Hello, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Douglas Johnson. I am a certified yoga teacher at the advanced 500-hour level. I am an ordained minister, musician, and kirtan artist, amongst other things. And today I wanted to share with you an observation I've had, and I've shared with other people in the spiritual community and even teachers, and they found it quite insightful. Before I do get into that, I want to thank the community that makes these talks possible, and that is my Patreon community. They make donations on a monthly basis, anywhere from $1 to $100, and that allows me to provide these talks free of charge. So they are really the ones that make it possible for me to do this. So if you'd like to join that community and pay it forward, then please check out the links below. So today I wanted to talk about the extent of human knowledge. So it's an interesting topic because humans seem to be a very opinionated species. As far as I know, other species don't communicate what they believe is or isn't possible. They just either do something or don't do something, or they try to do something and they can or they can't. But they don't have another animal. Let's say it's a dog. Another dog doesn't come over and tell them what is or isn't possible. Another dog doesn't say, hey, there's no way you're going to get humans to shelter you and feed you. You're going to have to fend for yourself. But as human beings, we have this. Our parents can come along and tell us that making money is difficult and hard and you need to work your butt off for every cent. They can come along and tell you that true love doesn't exist. And I'm not trying to dump on parents. It could be anybody. It could be a sibling. It could be your friends. It could be anyone. Even your own experience can begin to tell you what is and isn't possible. And so I just wanted to share with you a sort of intuitive knowing, which is humans don't know what's possible. Full stop, period, end of story. There have even been spiritual teachers who have made predictions about the future and said all kinds of things, and then they're proven wrong. They predict like a nuclear holocaust at some point in the 80s, and then it doesn't happen. So, you know, human knowledge is a very interesting and funny thing. And in my experience, the humans who seem to know the most, in a sense, or who have true wisdom, they actually recognize that they can't really know anything. And I know that might sound very strange and can be a sort of cold comfort. But when you really come to terms with this, it's very liberating and very freeing. When I feel most in touch with spirit and with that life force that is animating my mind and my body and my experience, the term that comes up for me that most encapsulates what I can articulate as ultimate truth would be anything is possible. Anything is possible. I look around, anything is possible. As human beings, we are storytelling animals. And I think this is part of the beauty of being a human being. So I'm not trying to denigrate it or put it down or say that you should stop. But the question often becomes, do you like the story you're telling? Is it a story of hope? Is it a story of empowerment, of your divinity overpowering the challenges that you face? Because challenges I don't see as bad things. I actually see them as good things. They make life interesting. That if you watch a story and there is no challenge, there is no friction, the story will not be a very good one, generally speaking. Generally, we need some tension and release. And this is just the yin and yang of what makes this existence interesting. Ultimate existence may not have that. And so ultimate existence might just be peace and joy eternal. But to enjoy this experience, we generally have to embrace this tension and release in our lives. And so the story can be very powerful that we're telling ourselves about what is and isn't possible. So again, if I'm telling myself a story of I will overcome this, I'm no one's victim, I am powerful, then I'd say that, you know, that is a story that isn't necessarily going to cause you trouble. However, if your story is one of being a victim, of being powerless, of one of, oh, as I get older, I get weaker and I get more frail and I have less energy and all these types of things, well, then you might find that your story is actually causing suffering. So I don't want today's talk to be particularly long. I just wanted to really share this because it's something that has been coming up for me, this phrase, this mantra, this affirmation, if you will. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. When I really feel like I'm connected and tuned in with the way that spirit is seeing this human experience through these human eyes, it is excited and it is thinking anything is possible. And I can't tell you how much joy and peace that brings me versus the narrative that I might have in my head about how successful I've been in my life thus far, in maybe romance or finances or with career. Again, my own human brain will try and tell me what is and isn't possible based on the past. But the past is the past, and the past does not have to dictate our present or our future. And as many teachers have pointed out, our point of power is in the present. So from this moment forward, in a sense, anything is possible. So if I've been sick up to this point, I can manifest or experience perfect health. That is possible for me. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk a little bit about today is we often will turn to other humans for a gauge on what is possible. So again, if health has been something I've been struggling with, I'll go to my doctor and the doctor will make a diagnosis and they'll say, oh, well, you're never going to walk again. Okay, I get it. That seems like a very, very bleak diagnosis. And the temptation is to think the doctor knows because the doctor is an expert. And I'm not telling you to ignore your doctor, okay? I am saying that your doctor's human. And the point of today's talk is humans don't know what is and isn't possible, ultimately speaking. So the doctor is being honest with you in the sense that she is speaking from her personal experience and her training. And in her personal experience and training, she may have never seen somebody heal from what it is that you have. Does that mean it's not possible? No. Okay? Because tomorrow, someone might be working on a drug or a surgery that cures the very thing that you have. So is the doctor a liar? She said it's not possible to cure it. Well, what she was talking about was from her own knowledge and experience. Now, this might be more than you have on that particular subject matter, but who knows what is ultimately possible? Also, in my experience, faith and especially love are the most powerful forces in the universe. So my general sense, and again, this is more intuition than anything, I can't prove this to be true, but my general sense, my feeling is anything is possible with love. So again, I want to encourage you to follow love, to choose love, and to choose that love story and not to allow other people to tell you what is and isn't possible, because humans don't know what ultimately is and isn't possible. We just don't. That is a fact. Another way of putting it is we don't know what we don't know. So I may, and again in my experience, think that XYZ is not possible. That doesn't mean that in ultimate reality it isn't, okay? So this is meant to be a uplifting, encouraging talk for you today. I hope you found it so. As always, please reach out with any questions or comments, and you can help out by becoming a patron, but you can also help out by liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. I appreciate all of the above. Until next time, everyone, namaste, and have a beautiful, beautiful day.